So I'm just going to break it down for you guys. I'll try to be concise and short and to the point and not waste anybody's time. But I really hope that this encourages somebody because it encouraged me today. All right, let me juxtapose two scriptures, okay? Acts chapter 20 and Mark chapter 1. Let me set the stage for Acts chapter 20. Acts chapter 20, basically, this is what Paul says. He's like, here's the deal. I've endured trials. I never shrank back. I worked humbly. He said, I don't know what's going to happen to me, but I'm going to suffer up ahead. And then he says, verse 24, but life was worth nothing to me unless I use it for finishing the work assigned to me by God. So Paul's like, all the things I've been through, I just need to finish what God has had me start. Pause. Now let's go over to Mark chapter 1. Mark chapter 1, this guy named John the Baptist announces, I love it when people in the Bible announce because that means they got big mouths. Identify with that. John announces, chapter 1, someone is coming soon who is greater than I am. So much greater, I'm not even worthy to stoop down and untie the straps of his sandals. Verse 8, I baptize you guys with water, but this guy that's coming is going to baptize you with the Holy Spirit. And so here you've got Paul talking about, I'm going to finish the race God has set me out to run. I'm going to finish well. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to fall. I'm going to be shipwrecked. I'm going to be beat up. I'm going to be starving. I'm going to be imprisoned. I'm going to be in chains. I'm going to be falsely prosecuted. I'm going to be falsely persecuted. But all this is going to happen to me. But here's the deal. He says, I am going to finish the work assigned to me by God. So sometimes, this is how I've carved it up in my head. Sometimes we are in a race that God has put us in, and we need to stay in our lane and finish. We can't leave the race. We can't quit. We can't walk away. We can't find a substitute. We need to stay in the lane and finish the race that God has assigned to us. All right? That's the first thing I got. But going back to Mark chapter 1, John the Baptist said, I began something that Jesus is going to finish. I prepared something that Jesus is going to fulfill. And so that told me that sometimes there's going to be races that I start, but I'm not going to be asked to finish them. God's going to ask somebody else to come into my lane and take the baton and finish it. And that's good, but that's also going to require a lot of maturity on my part, because that means that I've got to have my big girl panties on and be okay with the fact that I started it, okay? I competed. I fell. I was hot. It was a hard race, and I was running. But I'm not the one that's going to get to finish this one. Someone else is going to finish it who's going to be better than me, who's going to get the glory, who's going to cross the finish line, who's going to get the trophy. And I've got to be okay with that. And so I just think that there are, Vlad, what's up, buddy? I see you, Vlad. Hi, Vlad. See you Sunday. So I just think in life there's just two kinds of races. God can ask us to run because he's God. He can tell you to do anything he wants to, not because he hates you, but because he loves you. One race he's going to ask you to start and finish. Some other races he's going to ask you to start and someone else to finish. And in both cases, we got to take the high road and be okay with that. So that's what I wanted to juxtapose with you guys out of these two scriptures that I thought that was so palpable and good. I don't know what race you're running right now. You might be running your race that God has you in. And I would say to you, stay in your lane. Don't be looking at other people. And don't quit. Don't quit. You have come too far not to finish. Some of you guys are on another race where God's going to ask you to step aside. And someone else is going to come in and they're going to be the hero. And you know what? Cheer for them. Because if you cheer for them, you won't be jealous of them. All right, that's all I got for today. Bye!